cause respect's worth more than invested in stocks. I got a group to help me to watch out for the cops. Now I'm rolling through the hood like Billy the Kid. Young gun Emilio, vest the best shit. Stick up kid. Boy, I'm breaking.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is a Sunset News Report coming to you live from the Lion's Den. Wow. We're going to speak on the situation over there at Lake Angelico. One of our brothers is in his 40s, named Brandon Johnson, was murdered by police over there. Put it that way. We're going to speak on this situation. We see this shit happen way too often here in Australia, especially in the outback communities, where it just slides under the radar and these cops get away with murder. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's video footage of them pulling his lifeless body out of the back of a police vehicle. Them and the ambulance workers escorting him into the his lifeless body into the den of horrors. We've seen that incident sort of happen with Kumba J. Walker as well, where Zachary Andrews shot Walker. They took his body to the police station and shit. It's like some sick, twisted ass white devils we're dealing with down here in Australia. And we're gonna keep it real here on Sunset News and tell you the real. And I'd like to add on to that situation over there in Lake Angelico. We see way too many situations where white police be murdering Aboriginal men. And the reason why they're there in the scenes is over some breach of I.v.o. applications. These motherfuckers take it to the extreme, I'm telling you. Because this is the narrative they like to have out there about Aboriginal men, that we hurt women and children. So we need to be put in line. And then we have the problem with Aboriginal women following that fucking narrative. Jacinta Price and Marcy Langton. And it throws the Aboriginal man under the bus. Hold on a second. So as I was saying, Aboriginal man always getting thrown under the bus here in Australia. And white police use that to justify their aggression towards Aboriginal men on some I.v.o. shit. And I could say from experience like here in Mildura, just recently, I got a brother that I grew up with. The police was there on some I.v.o. shit, breaches of I.v.o. Like he murdered a woman, or he bashed a woman or some shit, but it wasn't even that. Sometimes it's just verbal, but this is how they overreact when it's Aboriginal man. So he barricaded himself in the house, and it ended up like a standoff. Police be throwing tear gas and shit up in the house, like on some fucking movie shit, like they battling the Predator or some shit. And it's just for I.v.o. application. This is the taxpayers' money doing that shit, like, yeah, going to the extreme when it comes to black men. And this is the outcome we see, like with Brandon Johnson, you know what I'm saying? Or where other situations where other brothers are being killed or fucking badly injured by police on some applications of I.v.o.'s, intervention orders and shit. So women, you just gotta stop doing that shit to us. Aboriginal men are throwing us. I'm talking about black women. Stop doing that shit because they out to get us, and they have singled us out in that I.v.o. shit, because I got paperwork where I'm at. Man, I swear to God, every Aboriginal man in Australia's had an I.v.o. placed on me. I got an I.v.o. placed on me, looked at the back of the sheet, and on the back of the sheet of the I.v.o. application, it's got places where you can bring in shit where if you're in danger or whatever, that's fair enough. But in one section it's got, and if you're Aboriginal woman or a spouse of an Aboriginal man, contact this number. Like straight up singling us out, like they get down in this section for victims of Aboriginal man. You know what I'm saying? On the back of IV applications and shit. But in the information guide. But I think they've changed that up and swapped that up now because they realized that was I don't know if that's still there. I haven't checked recently, but they're singling us out with that shit. And they're using that to justify the overreaction of police treatment towards Aboriginal males. And that's all I got to say.